exposed so you can see the clip. And then we have this wash rag. We'll put it underneath here so that if there's any drippage, it won't get messy. This particular tube requires an adapter to work with the syringe. So this clip is closed, so nothing can come out. So we'll just take the top and open that up a little bit. There's a little bit of liquid in there from before. And then this adapter goes in here. And the adapter is threaded so that the syringe can screw into it. Okay, so first thing is always push water to clear the tube, to make sure that there aren't any obstructions in the tube. So we'll pull a whole syringe full of water, clean that off a little bit, screw it in, we'll unclip, and we'll push that in all the way through so you can see that we've got a nice clear tube here. So we flush the tube, just push that water out of there, and then, oh, I didn't. Always shake it to make sure that it's nice and mixed. This goes in here. This will fill this up to almost overflowing. And this is 4 syringes worth of food. So we're gonna do this 4 times. So we'll pull the food. The most important part of this process is that clip. So if you try to push and the clip is closed, it won't go anywhere. And if you unscrew this without clipping it, it'll start coming out. It doesn't spray out or anything gross, but it will start backing out. And so just want to make sure that you manage that clip. At bedtime, her last feeding of the day, she gets Miralax, and it is very straightforward. Just after the last bit of food that I push through, I put some water in the in this container, and I kind of tilt this over a little bit so that I can pull the last bit out. I don't know how important that is, missing that last little bit, but so for her nighttime, oh, the other thing is you'll see that there's always a little bit of air in here. It's important to make sure you don't push a ton of air through the tube. So when you see it like a big bubble like that, just push until the bubble gets close and then turn it up and do what you can to avoid pushing air into the tube. And when you're done, if there's a tiny little bit of food left over, that's no big deal. And then if this were her last feeding of the day, there would be another step here where I would pour some clean water in there and mix in the Miralax powder, mix it up, and you just push it through like you do the food. I don't need to do that step, so we're just gonna move on to giving her the last of the water. This gives her more water, and it also flushes the tube. So you always wanna flush the tube before and after every feeding. Bit of water. Do not have to worry about pulling every drop of water out of there. It's not a big deal. So that's the last of what we're gonna push through. And so the last thing is just make sure this is clipped, take the adapter out, and if there's a little bit of fluid, you can kind of dump it out on the wash rag there, and then push this closed. And then I usually kind of tuck it under her shirt a little bit, so it's out of the way. And that's it.